Hello guys, how are you doing today? My name is Zolo. For those that are coming here for the first time, I want to thank everyone. I believe you're going to subscribe to this page if you find it quite useful. And for those who are already subscribed, I want to say thank you guys for the encouragement. You guys are the encouragement right now. Yeah, and thank you for subscribing. And for those that are just here, that are new to this channel, please click the subscription button, then click the notification bell, because I'll be dropping information, as I have always dropped more information for you about relocation, about opportunities in the UK, remote jobs, and lots more. So guys, thank you very much. I want to say Merry Christmas once again. We are still in the season, still the season of Christmas, and I wish you all a prosperous new year in advance. Straight to business, I just want to tell you about the new rule, the new immigration rule as it pertains to skilled workers, as it pertains to dependents and students. Yeah, a lot of questions have been raised as regards students in the UK, what's up about their dependent and all of that. So we're going to be discussing that, and I'm going to be answering different questions that have come my way, questions that I've also gotten from professionals and legal people, legitimate sources of information. I'm just going to be sharing that in this video. So guys, I'll plead that you stay tuned to this video. Okay, so on the 17th of July, the UK government published changes to the immigration rules, which is currently affecting students studying in the UK. Okay, we also know that in 2024, January precisely, international students in the UK will no longer be able to bring dependents on the student visa unless they are studying a postgraduate research program. So from 17 July, it's been announced that international students will no longer also be able to switch to work route visa unless they have completed their courses. Then you should also remember that currently UK is also finding every means to cut immigration rate, to reduce immigration rate, and one of the things they've come to put in place is that students that are not doing well in their academics will be sent back home. And I can tell you that some institutions here are already sending information to their students, those that are not doing well, that they will be going back home. So that so it's advisable when you come to the UK through the visa route to be sure you're ready to school, and then you have to take your studies serious. You don't have to just walk alone. Now it's looking like it's a prerequisite now to your staying here in the UK. So now I need to say that this new rule is not effective currently until January. Of course, January is almost here already, but there are some exemptions. Now I'm going to answer some questions briefly, and from there you can really deduce the exemptions. We can get some clarifications and all of that from this. Now the new rule comes to take effect from January 2024. So now one of the questions here is that my spouse is here as my dependent. Can they switch into a skilled worker visa before I have completed my course? Yes. If you're here, your husband or your wife, your partner is a dependent, you can switch as a dependent. Before they finish their courses, you can switch. So this is permitted under the current immigration rule. Your partner can switch to a work visa while you're still studying. That is very much allowed. You can do that. Now another question here says, my course starts in September 2023. Can I still bring my dependent? Yes, you can bring your dependent. International students who start their courses in September are still permitted. Yes, they are definitely permitted to bring in their dependent. Now this rule starts with people that are coming in, that are starting their courses in January. So if your courses have begun, or you've begun your courses, you've begun your studying before this new rule changes, before the effectiveness of the rule in January, you can still bring your family in. However, you have to start processing their visa. Yeah, you need to start processing their visa. Now, another question here says, my course starts in September 2023. Can I apply for my student visa now and apply for my dependent visa later? Okay, so I just mentioned that. So the current student visa rules permit this. Yes, you are planning to delay your dependent visa application. It's recommended that you still apply before January 2024. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to apply for their visa before 2024 January. So if you have dependents now that you want to bring in, and you are exempted because you've started your courses in September 2023, then you are not, you're not binded by the rule. But if you don't apply for their visa now, you want to apply there maybe later in January, then it means you are becoming part of that. So it's better you apply for their visa now, so that you don't you're not binded by the rules in January. I don't know if you get that, if that's clear enough. So another question says, my course starts in September 2023 and I plan to bring my dependent with me. Will I be able to extend their dependent visa once I complete my studies and obtain a graduate immigration route visa? Yes, this is possible. You can do it. It's permitted, it's allowed. You can bring your dependent with you and you'll be able to extend their dependent visa also. Once you're done with your studies, yeah, you can do that. Another person says, I have an offer for a course in September, but I'm planning to defer to January 2024. Will I be able to bring in my dependents? No. That is the exemption now. As I said, in January, if you are starting your schooling in January rules bind you. That's just it. So if you want to do anything, do it now. You want to apply for visa for dependent, do it now. By January, the rule takes effect. So no, you can't defer your admission, because deferring your admission is saying that I'm not starting in September, I'm not starting in November, I want to start in January. So the moment you become a part of January, the new rule binds you. So you can't start your course in January, you can't defer it. You can defy it, but the new rules will definitely apply. Okay, so this person says, my course starts in January 2024. Will I be able to bring my dependent after I have completed my studies and obtain the graduate immigration route visa? Yeah. Now the graduate route requirement remains the same. That means if you do not have dependents in the UK during the period of your study, they will not be eligible to apply as a dependent of a graduate route visa. So it means for you to be able to do that, it means your dependents are already with you in the UK. It means they're already with you in the UK. So another question says, my course starts in January 2024. Will I be able to bring my dependent after I have completed my study and I get sponsorship for a skilled worker visa? Yeah. Now, the current immigration rules permit dependents of skilled worker visa holding to apply from their home country. It's possible, but of course, you have to get a job that pays you the minimum income threshold of £29,000 per year. So that's quite very important. You need to understand the criteria before you start that process. Okay, so my course starts in January 2024. Will I be able to bring my work part-time while on a student? Yeah, international student is allowed to work 20 hours per week, so you can still work. That's the official time to work, 20 hours per week. So that's still standby, that's still intact. There's no that rule is not altered, so we are still good. Now got other questions. Now, can I switch from a dependent visa to a work visa in the UK? Yeah. If you're living in the UK on a student dependent visa, you can still switch to work visa. You can, but you must meet the criteria for the work visa work visa you're applying for. By switching from a student dependent visa to a UK worker visa, you gain permission to remain in the UK in your own right and not based on the immigration status of your partner. Okay, so you can switch. So, but definitely that is after you're done with school, you're done with your study, then you can switch to a skilled worker visa, a healthcare visa. Yeah, you can do that. You can switch that. Then another question here. Okay, so but you have to be eligible. You have to be eligible if you want to switch from being a student dependent visa to a skilled worker visa. You must have the following one. You must have an offer of an eligible job from an employer with a UK sponsor license. From a UK sponsor license, you can do that. Now, you must meet the minimum salary requirement. As at the time of it's currently £29,000 per year. So now you need to meet the English language requirement test. Yeah. So the English requirement test is for IELTS is a band 4 for speaking, writing, for all the modules. Your total or your general your band score now is 4 for each module. So your overall band score should be 4. Should be band 4. So that's about that. Do I have more questions in here? I'm gonna check. Hold on for me. Okay, so for now, I think that is all I have. So please, guys, it's not a dead end. However, I want you to understand that at intervals, UK will make decision. They will alter their decisions. They will make some amendment. So I can tell you categorically that currently it may look as though the new rule is working, but at the same time you will notice that there's a little bend in this rule from 38,600 from 38,000 plus pounds per year, which is the minimum threshold, that's been dropped to 29,000 pounds minimum threshold. And with time, when the effect of the rules begin to show up, they begin to take more steps, making amendments. So I would advise you to calm down. Don't make a decision based on what is on ground currently. Yeah, I know it can raise a lot of dust, but just relax, calm down. There will still be a lot of amendments. Now, I can tell you from information that some schools are already feeling the heat that international students are not applying. Yeah, because no international student want to apply to come in January and won't be able to see their family for the next 2 years or more. So the number of applications that some of these universities receive has dropped drastically, and then the country is tax dependent, so it's gonna really affect the country with time. So I just want to advise you to calm down. If you want to come into the student roads, there will still be a lot of changes. I believe UK wants to make some amendment to their rules. So just stay positive, just stay calm, just stay hopeful. And I'll also say that while you're waiting to get while you're expecting new changes from the UK immigration rule, you can also try to reach out to other countries. I know of other countries that are quite easier to migrate to, such as New Zealand, Australia. Yeah. You can, even as a hairdresser, as a barber, traders, you can move to New Zealand. Yeah, you can move to New Zealand. We can move to Australia. After now, I'm going to drop a video on how you can check your assessment. You can do trade assessment for New Zealand or maybe Australia. Then you can be sure you can move into be a cook, a chef, you are a barber, you are a business owner. I said business owner, a trader generally, just trades. You do hairdressing and all of those things. Yeah, you just go through the assessment program. You just check the assessment, you get an employer that will bring you in, that you work for, and you get paid and you'll be fine. Still quite okay. At least it will take a couple of years to stay there, and you can always renew your stay to over time. So just just be ready to throw your fishing net into the sea, and let's be hopeful on what is catch, and let's be positive that it's going to catch something huge. So guys, stay tuned to this YouTube channel. Like I said, more information are still coming for your relocation and more. So guys, if you're yet to subscribe to this video, kindly subscribe. And if you're new here, thank you very much, and thank you for coming. I wish everyone a wonderful new year in advance. See you again in my next video. And please, if you have questions concerning immigration, any question whatsoever, inquiries you want to make, please just drop the information on the comment section. I will definitely be there to reach out to you. God bless you and stay fine. Bye.